pretty well-oiled unit. We had our 10 songs pretty down pat, because he's the new guy. So he puts his guitar on, and he starts walking around the room with the guitar. I'm like, so, do you guys want to practice or not? And we're like, oh, aye, sir. We all go running over to our stations, and he walks over to the guitar, and he said, who is it? 3. And he just, right? I'm like, oh, finally. And he opens up the guitar, goes, and looks off this beautiful power chord, which has my in bed by 9 p.m. early 50s rhythm section, rolling in cartwheels of oral pain. Like, but for me, this is a psychosexual response. I hear a power chord on the left, I'm like, I want to live. So we did the set with Paul, like on 11, and boy, when the 3 of them get together, it sounds like they were cracked out of an ice block. They sound exactly like they did back then, and every little hair on my arm stood up, and it was really something. And we opened with a song called Something That I Said, the first song in our little set. And I don't even know if I got through the lyrics. I think I was sitting in front of Paul and went, and I asked this man who's in the room, I go, here's my camera, take a whole bunch of photos. I think I never want to forget this as long as I live. And he did, and every single photo that has me in it is completely embarrassing. So stupid. All it is Paul trying to play with me, like rocking with him. But then it takes 2 to tango with that, and like, I want to rock with you, and the other person does not want to be rocked with. I'm like, get away from me, man breathing hard in my face, and sweating on me. And so there's all these photos of him trying to play with me with my ass sticking out, kind of crouching in front of him, like rocking to him. So we got through the set, and it sounded really good because it's loud and Paul sounds great. And he knew all the songs really well. And there's something about when it's the real element, the genuine thing, the genuine article, that it really comes alive. So we had a really good time. And then we come to the end of band practice, and he puts his guitar down. Paul put his guitar down, and his whole body you could tell he was in so much pain. Like every fiber of his being was in pain, kind of like, and everyone kind of went, oh, fuck, and realized he was in pain when he walked in the room. He was in pain when he put the guitar on. He just wants this really bad, and he's a tough motherfucker. And so his buddy packed up everything, and he went and hung out with the other 2 Ruts, and they were talking and laughing. And I took my camera and took photos of the 3 of them, because there's going to come a time very soon when the 3 of them won't be able to be in the room together, and I better capture that. And so he left with his friend, and we went back to the pub after that. I said, let's go to the pub. They're like, Henry? And I said, I'm fanboy. You guys are the band, but I don't know how you feel about this, but that was one of the most moving experiences of my life. And they said, Henry, we haven't played those songs in over 20 years. Yeah, that was a big deal for us, too. And so we all just kind of sat there tripping on this afternoon and this reality that we had created for ourselves. And so what happened next was 2 impossibly hard days of inactivity as I waited for the show. On the 2nd day of the 2 awful days of relative inactivity, I found out that the Damned were on tour. They have a night off, and they're now going to do a surprise set in the middle of our show.